Hello everybody. Hello, it's me. It's Andy. There is no Mikey as of yet. Mikey is gone the way of the dodo. He's dead. I'm sorry. He's dead. We got Mr. Beeb in. Beebinator, the big boy
man.
Beeb. Hey!
When was the last February? I think it was February the last time I came on. We haven't caught up properly for ages.
Yeah, it's been about 5 weeks since we've chatted on Facebook, I think, according to the Facebook timeline thing.
It's been 5 weeks.
Apparently, yeah.
Even that seems like a long time ago. We do check in, don't we? But yeah,
better than the last few years. But yeah, time got away again.
It disappeared.
It did, man.
It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, you too.
See your voice.
See my voice.
Does that work?
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends what you can see. Can you see sound? That's pretty cool power. At least it's neat visually.
What would it look like if you could see sound? Would it just be like airwaves? Or if you could choose to see it in a chocolate bar, what kind of chocolate bar would you choose to see it in? Like just coming out of people's mouths.
So
cars driving past with chocolate bars coming out with them.
So am I looking at sound waves as chocolate bars, or am I just seeing chocolate bars?
No, sound waves in the form of chocolate bars. But what chocolate bars would make the best sound waves?
Would make the best sound? A ripple, surely, right? Ripples. Galaxy
That's very
ripples.
apt, isn't it? That's very apt.
Yeah.
I think you should just like check out Cadbury's cream eggs or something like that.
See, I've never been a big Cadbury eggs fan.
But they're not tangible, so you don't have to eat them. And
okay, that's fine.
You know, they're just like it's just the image of Cadbury's cream egg coming out of cars and stuff.
And
what makes noise? Airplane. People.
Yeah. What makes sounds? One or two things. Were you always annoyed as like a kid when you had a Cadbury's cream egg and on the adverts they opened it up, they cracked into the egg, and it had the perfect, it had the white bit and it had the yellow bit perfectly done. When you get it, it's just a blob. It's just like the white and the yellow have gone everywhere. I'm like, it's like
Wimpy burgers. Wimpy burgers were exactly the same. Wimpy burgers on the adverts looked amazing. Do you remember Wimpy?
I remember the Wimpies. I don't remember the adverts for them though.
Oh, they looked amazing. Even on the posters in like the Wimpy burger places, they looked amazing. But when you got the Wimpy burger, it was kind of like, ooh, this isn't what I was promised.
Is that why you went out of business?
I think so. you don't notice that kind of stuff as a child unless it's really bad, do you?
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. As a child, you're like, yeah, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
To be fair, you got like a McDonald's burger. That was quite a big burger. If I'm getting a McDonald's burger that we got in the 90s now as an adult, I'd be like, what's this flat little piece of crap?
Yeah.
It's so small. As a child, you like, it looks bigger because it is bigger. Because you're small. You're a small little baby. You used to have really good toys, though. I loved the Happy Meal toys back in the day. They were great.
Oh, man. The Power Rangers. No, that was Burger King, the Power Rangers ones. The Transformers Energon ones. Remember those?
I never had those ones, but I know
they were awful, but like awful in like all the best ways. Like so good, so bad, so tremendously tactical.
Do you still have them? Or are they gone?
Yeah, I actually do, but they yellowed to hell. Like they just.
Oh no!
That iodine in the plastic came up like old BBC presenters.
Oh Jesus! Have you tried giving them the bag goo which you've done to your Nintendo and stuff?
The old Retrobrighton.
Yeah,
honestly, I just don't care that much.
Oh no!
I should. One day we'll Retrobrite the Energon McDonald's toys.
Yeah,
and then we'll put them back in the box for them to yellow all over again.
Exactly. I mean that's what will happen, won't they? Yeah. Always yellowing.
That's what on eBay you're like if you're eBaying stuff, you got to Retrobrite it, take photos that day, send it off, knowing that in a month it's gonna go yellow again. It's gonna be custody.
How long? See, I thought, because I haven't looked into the process, I thought that once that process was done, it had a long life before it re-yellowed again.
So I did my Super Nintendo a couple of years back.
Yeah,
and that came out lovely, but then it kind of. I reckon after about 6 months, I looked at it again and was like, "Ooh,
wow, really?
Can I be bothered doing this again?" Or it didn't last very long.
That's not long. Wow.
No, it's just this. I think it wasn't as bad the second time. I think if you keep doing it, it kind of eventually goes away. But if you do keep doing it, you kind of get this. You get this kind of faded grey, or whatever the original color was. It ends up being more and more faded the more times you Retrobrite it.
Right.
So it's never like a complete fix.
Oh, damn.
It's just kind of like a temporary.
So it is literally just to screw people over for eBay. So that's what you're telling me. You're a dodgy eBay seller.
Oh, you already know that.
I didn't know you were a dodgy one. Jesus.
Dodgy one. Or am I an illusionist eBay seller?
Oh. Like the Prestige. Prestige?
Is that the one with what's his name? Wolverine.
It's either that one or it's the Illusionist he's in, because both of those films came out at like the exact same time and they're practically the same movie. I only saw one of them once and I remember nothing about it, but I remember everybody says good things about the Prestige, and it's one of those things where if I get like a free trial for a streaming site, I'm like, do they have the Prestige? They don't have the Prestige. I don't know who owns the rights to the Prestige. The streaming. I
think the Prestige is the one I saw, because that's the one where he starts cloning people with the Tesla coil. Maybe or something along those lines. That was good. It's been a long time since I saw it. I think I might just spoil it. I just spoiled it for you.
That's fine. That's okay. It's a movie that's been... it's not a new film. I don't even know what year that came out. It would have been...
I reckon it would have been like 2004.
Yeah, early 2000s.
I'm shooting at 2004.
I don't know. I think that's a fairly solid bet. Maybe a bit later. Can't be too much later.
No. Should we leave it to fate whether we're correct or not?
Fate will decide.
We have the research tool in front of us, but we'll leave it to mystery, to ambiguity, to be continued. We can have a what they call an extra scene on the end credits.
Oh, all right, yeah. I see you've got Baby Yoda being slowly tortured on the radiator on a hot day.
Actually, yeah, he is. But the radiator's off. But he's got a magnet in him, so he can sit on your shoulder as well. I haven't got the magnet under my shoulder.
I was going to say,
just kind of, you can like put him sideways like that on the radio. Should we just leave him there? He'll be all right.
Can you attach him to like cars and stuff?
Ooh, there's an idea. Like other people's cars, and then chase them down the road as if they're
Baby Yoda, you motherfucker!
Whoa! Where are you going? Where are you going with him? I'm holding a tube of Savlon as well.
Oh, wow!
I've got Savlon.
Just in case, nice little meal.
It's something to play with that's quiet. Because I've been on podcasts before where they're clicking pens and ruined them.
You get told off.
No, I just ruined them.
Oh,
they were too polite to tell me off. They just re-recorded. They actually re-recorded it without me.
The editor's in the background going, "This piece of shit. I'm gonna try and edit him out."
Welsh guys.
Bastard.
Welsh guys.
Bastard. Shall we get on talking about Transformers then? I can play some music and we can get into it. Lads. So I will play some sensual music. The Moonbase 2 are playing, and then we'll just jump on into woo! What's the laughing for?
Just the sensual music.
It is. I imagine people get down and dirty to this music.
I do.
Ah, good. See? All right, here come the music, if I've got it all set up. Here come the music.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, and everybody, welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy, and I'm joined by the man who's been a little bit kissed by the sunlight, it seems. It's Mr. Brad. Hello, Brad.
Hello. It's that school field tan, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Tan. Yeah. You end up on the school field in summer, and you get the tan. In Wales, though, people just assume you're oiled up.
Oh.
You've put on your crisp and dry, and you've gone out like a chip.
Is it a usual thing in Wales to just like oil yourself up? Is that a thing?
Yeah, but only with like really cheap cooking oils.
Oh yeah, obviously you don't want to use the good stuff.
There we go.
Oh, there's a good transition.
That's good t-shirt tan there, isn't it? Oh, I am two races.
That's solid, man. That's solid. When you're with the kids, you have to tell them to get off the fucking rocks or you break their legs. I don't know what's in the playground.
Where are the rocks? Hey, who brought these rocks in? This isn't the beach.
In my first school, we had like these 3 big rocks, these like climbable rocks that were like around the play area, so you'd pretend that they were like bikes or vehicles or stuff. At least we did.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean they're very dangerous. Some of them were quite sharp, and I reckon now, Like it's been 1 or 2 years since I've been to first school. I reckon they've been moved. I reckon they've been taken away.
By the kids?
Yeah, the kids have come in, just picked up the stones.
Like, yeah, we need to move these. Everyone a bit of heave ho, and then rocks were moved.
Are there any shenanigans that you need to keep an eye out for at the school?
Just kind of general, I suppose, just general fighting.
Yeah,
our kids don't fight. They just kind of mucky fight. As often it gets to a point where one of them gets wound up, and then they just clonk each other one. And then they get upset because one of them got angry. So they're not like generally aggressive kids in our school. They're just they're nice kids, but they don't know their limits.
Yeah, but do the teachers like put bets on them, like who's gonna win? Like the Simpsons meme where Mo and the boys are playing with like the monkeys with the knife fights. Do you ever?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I put my money on this guy.
We should throw things like that into the playground, shouldn't we?
Just a knife. Go on.
Tell you what would be good. Just the Robot Wars robots.
Oh, that'd be
solid.
solid.
Some remote controls. Yeah. Just send these around the playground.
I'm not sure how well a child would do against Lancelot, though. I don't think
I was
thinking
they should fight. The robots should fight each other, but like if they're gonna take on the kids,
that makes most. I thought you meant the kids. I was thinking like some of those have flamethrowers. It's like good luck to the kid. It's like the Hunger Games at that point.
Potato. I mean, it could work. It could work. It could be a heavy deterrent for naughty shenanigans.
Exactly. No detention, kids, but you get to fight Lancelot in the ring. Good luck.
When the whistle doesn't work, send in Matilda.
Oh, I don't remember. Was Matilda the one that was the rhino that had the chainsaw tail?
Yeah, she had a little Triceratops
That's the
with a
one.
chainsaw tail. And then there was like Sergeant Bash, who had a flamethrower that did nothing, unless your robot was covered in fur.
Oh.
So Kill-A-Lot, who was just boring, actually.
He had a big pincer hand. He was the biggest, wasn't he?
He kind of just picked things up like this, didn't
Yeah.
he? My favourite was Dead Metal.
Which one was Dead Metal?
It was Dead Metal. He had big like claws at the front and a massive circular saw that came in.
Oh my God.
And again, didn't really do much because by Series 3, all of the competitors' robots were just better than them anyway.
Yeah, they should have kept evolving. It would be like if Gladiators in the 90s were like, it starts off really hardcore, but then by season 4, like the Gladiators have just like started eating McDonald's and stuff like that. They're like, yeah.
Well, they became children.
Yeah.
That could be a deterrent. You'll be going in as a gladiator if you don't behave. We'll just send them in as a gladiator.
Did you know there's a new Gladiator series coming up soon?
Yeah, John Goodall, who used to sell with, I can't remember what they were called. One of the toy stores at Auto Assembly, actually. I've been mates with him ever since. He's commentating, I think, on it.
Oh, no way.
Like
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's been putting up pictures on his Instagram of him at the arena, which is it's going to be great.
Oh, it's not in a shitty TV studio.
No, do you know I never told you this. I actually went to see the filming of Gladiators once.
With the 90s one or the kind of crappy 2000s one?
No, the actual 90s one.
Oh damn! And the NC Arena in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. Yep, in the arena. And it was
Fash say Awooga.
We did.
Oh, nice.
And Ulrika Johnson was there.
Was she making out with like literally every man under the sun?
Yeah, luckily I was about 9 or 10, so I wasn't really in on her. You never know. At that age, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the most disappointing thing was?
What's that?
Actually, one of the most disappointing things was the big foam hands were a $5, and when you were 10, a $5 was a lot of money.
Yeah. Like early 90s, $5 is a lot, especially for a shitty foam hand.
Yeah, you could buy quite a lot with a $5.
So what season or series?
Must have been about season 3, something like that. I remember there being lots of bananas there, people with inflatable bananas. But there was like the most disappointing thing when the events are on, the music doesn't play in the arena.
No way. I mean, that makes sense, but so like when the pendulum swings, it's just like
no music. I think we saw like Skytrack, The Jewel, I think Atmospheres, and there's no music. Yeah. Come on, man, you got to play some music.
Yeah, I would have thought that like there's no way that there's obviously a sound system in there for the microphones, so just blare out some of the music.
Yeah, put some tunes on top. Yeah, there's no. I'm guessing they just put that in the mix after.
How long were you there for? Because like a show was only like an hour, 45 minutes or something like that.
It was all day. It was at least 5 hours, 6 hours.
I thought they had to do like multiple ones in a day. I thought it has to be the case.
So it was all one show, but everything just took ages to set up.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that makes sense.
The best part though was watching the Eliminator be set up, because that was a good hour of just things being brought in from all directions, and just coming together into this assault course. And I sat there and was just like, my 10-year-old me was just like.
See, as a child watching it on TV, I just thought they did it in the commercial break. In the 30 seconds, they get everything out, everything back and forth, easy as pie.
Oh, there's all sorts of like crowd entertainment nonsense in between the setups. It takes a long time.
Oh, I bet.
That's a good time to toilet break in between them setting up the stuff. Yeah.
Should have gone down and helped them. Little 10-year-old Brad helping move the stuff around.
I remember eating like it was like a £4 Solero.
Oh,
and in
fuck.
the 90s, £4 was
Yeah, for a Solero was only like
it was like 110 in the 90s.
Yeah, it was cheap. I was thinking it was about £1.
We were making a premium on the old Soleros. Damn.
The markup, the Solero markup, Jesus. Oh no, my mate actually, Manny, went to the Edinburgh tryouts for the current show. He apparently didn't make it, but my buddy Matt, who was taking him there, said that he looked like he died when he came out. So, they were meant to like walk around, not Birmingham, like Edinburgh, and do like a load of other stuff after the thing was done. It just didn't happen.
Was he just done?
He was dead. Yeah.
My girlfriend Claire sent me like the application form for Gladiators the other day, and I'm kind of like half tempted to have a go.
Yeah, why not?
Fairly good, but like,
would you be a contender?
Well, I'd happily try. Like,
I think you should do it. I'd like to see Brad. I'd even cheer for you, even if you're Welsh. I'd cheer for you.
Nobody cheers for the Welsh.
No, I know.
Nobody. So I don't know. I'm considering like applying for it, but at the same time, I'm a bit like, do I want to kill myself?
Yes, yeah, because you might be on TV and you might win like a really crappy 4x4 car, and they might have holidays to the Bahamas. Hopefully.
I want a speedboat like on Bullseye with like wooden varnish finish.
Speedboat.
I want to buy some. Yeah, do you remember the speedboats on Bullseye?
Whenever I saw prices on Bullseye, it was never a speedboat. It was like a tiny boat that would barely be usable in a canal. And then there were just shitty kitchens, which they were like, "Oh, you got a kitchen?" It's like I don't have a house.
It's always Tefal deep fat fryers as well.
Yeah.
the white 1980s Tefal deep fat fryers.
That's yellowed as well by now.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
That's
brown.
Like a mix of like cooking oil and like iodine from the sun, isn't it? That's never coming out.
Oh, that's 80s right there. You're going to be drinking those chemicals.
What's the other one? DeLonghi.
Oh, yeah.
Tefal and DeLonghi.
I've got a DeLonghi oven. Yeah.
The old DeLonghi.
Yeah, I don't like it because it's a gas. Like, I've got a mostly broken electric oven, so I don't need to use gas or anything for it, which I much prefer. And then I've also got a DeLonghi one as well, which is more gas. I don't like doing the gas ones. I'm always afraid like I'm gonna click the flame thing and the house will explode. I don't like it. Yeah. When I say the oven's pretty much out, the bottom oven is gone, the grill in the center is gone, and the top part only has two working heater parts.
It's clinging on to life.
Yeah.
It's hanging in there. It still wants to be an oven.
It's expensive to replace ovens, man. And technically, I want to redo the entire kitchen, and that'd be a fucking nightmare as well to do.
Oh, mate. I smashed a hob maybe going back a year ago, and that was like, I looked at the price for replacing it, and I was just I'm going to do this myself. I had to learn how to replace a hob. That was...
Yeah, because you could like get somebody in to do it, but that's gonna be
like an extra £100. So I bought a hob, and I guess I just fitted it myself. I took it as a victory. It hasn't blown up yet.
So. Well, that's all right. That's the main thing. Yeah. But we're here to talk about Transformers.
Oh yeah, I went off on a tangent again.
No, it was fun. I didn't know you'd been on Gladiators before.
Yeah.
Are you visible? Can we see little baby Brad?
Little baby Brad?
Yeah, a little 10-year-old baby Brad on Gladiators. Is it?
Oh, no.
Are you? You're not like in one of the episodes where like there he is.
No, it was what I remember watching it every week. when the season came out, and I couldn't even tell which episode it was that I was on.
Oh, damn.
I'm pretty sure I remember like there being bananas in the crowd, and that's the only way I thought like, that might be my episode, but then
maybe you just have bananas on the brain. Maybe there were no bananas.
I do like bananas. I really hate chimpanzees, though.
Oh, well, that's sad. They kind of go hand in hand.
They rip your face off.
Oh, yeah, chimps are mean. Transformers. We're going to start off with New Age H47P Sling Blade.
Oh, God.
The New Age boys are coming back in. This seems to be a redo of the Legends backdraft, which was obviously their Inferno. They've decided to go the X-Transbots route with Bulwark and do them out into Bulkhead styled. It's a thing. I don't know why this has been made into a thing. But it exists now. What do you think? What did you think, Brad, when you saw the original X-Transbots version? And what do you think of New Age's attempt to recreate the magic?
So I actually prefer New Age. This is the Legend scale, isn't it?
Yes.
I prefer this. This actually looks much better because the face, they've worked the face so it doesn't look rubbish. that sums it up in my head. I still don't like the design.
No,
very much.
It's not Bulkhead, really, is it?
No, it's just lazy. It was. What was the original X-Transbots?
Yes, I think they were the first people to do the idea.
I like a lot of it was in response to the Hasbro Bulkhead, wasn't it? Because everyone was like, "That's not Bulkhead." Well, I don't think this is either. No, really, I don't think it's just Inferno with Bulkhead's head, and I don't think it looks very good. It looks out of place.
If you like it,
go for it. Yeah, this one looks way better. Yeah. I think. I thought the X-Transbots one was just pants.
I mean, this one comes with a lot less than the Inferno because he doesn't have the jizz water cannon or the extra faces or the extra hands. It seems like his only accessory is the ball, and that's it. Nothing else to it. So it seems like if you're getting this, it's price wise not as worthwhile just because it comes with way less. But again, like you said, Brad, if you like this,
I think there's like that picture of him standing legs apart with the ball in his hand. I think he looks pretty cool there. I dig that.
Yeah, not to the point where you want to buy it though, right?
No, I'm not a third party guy anyway, or a Legend scale guy. But that is it's better than the X-Transbots one, but that isn't an achievement in anyone's book and should never be.
I can think how you can salvage this. You don't make it Bulkhead. That's one thing. You turn it into like an 80s hair metal like truck. So it's black. It's got like pink lines on it, yellow lines on it, a few like turquoise lines on it, and you give him like robot long hair and a guitar, and you make him like. So is he like
synthwave guitarist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not? What is this? Scissor Sisters? We're not going to take it. Those guys?
Yeah.
Kind of like
people
that.
Like colors like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't be Bulkhead, and you can go, oh, well, it's still kind of neat, though. There's something to it.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, but this is just, it's Bulkhead, in it. It's like, no, he's not fat. He needs to be fat to be Bulkhead. I need him to be a little ramble.
You just want massive chunks. Sorry, I just said my thing. You just need loads of chunk for Bulkhead, don't you? Not an Inferno bod. Inferno's not like that.
No. No, I don't think so.
It's just like, what can we do with this we've already got? Let's make Bulkhead, because nobody liked the Generations. Well, not what was it, Legacy one.
Yeah, he only got done twice. He got done for the original Legacy version, then he got done for the Wreckers version, which was the same figure but with like brown liver spots. Yeah, and then that was it. We never saw that mold again.
Really like that mold. I think it's loads of fun, that mold. Actually, that's the last mold that I bought. I spent a good like half an hour trying to figure out how to transform it, but it was a nice half an hour, not one of those frustrating half an hours where you can't figure out how to transform something. It was fun.
Oh, that's good.
Like that Bulkhead. Yeah. I like all the new like animated and Prime stuff, even though it's G1 styled. I like it a lot.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll need to ask if you've got any Transformers in the future. Well, recently. Well, we'll get to that later. New Age also showed off yet another version of Backdraft. This is the H46EX Backdraft. So what's the difference? This one's the toy colors. Yay! So it's next to no different. It's got a few stickers. It's got the yellow eyes of the toy, but it's pretty much the same. There's also the H47 EX Daedalus. This is the toy version of Grapple, because we already have Grapple, so this is his toy version. Otherwise, there's not really a huge amount of difference. But Brad, I don't think you've seen the Backdraft, the original one, but this is obviously just got a few more stickers and whatnot. What do you think of Backdraft and Grapple?
I think they look pretty cool, to be honest. They these are Legend scale as well.
They are, yes.
I'm guessing like the Legend scale are just kind of getting ridiculous, aren't they? Not in the fact that there's too many of them, or like they're bad, but they're just the detail is getting silly. Like how much do these go for? Is there a price on them?
I'm trying to remember. They're not cheap. They're like 60, 70 pounds, I think.
Yeah, I can see where that goes, though. I mean, if you like your Legend scale stuff, I can definitely see. Like, if I was gonna, I've got actually. Where is he? So I've got this one, which is. That was a ripped off one, but I can't remember which one it was.
I think that's Magic Square rip off. I think.
Yeah, it's the Magic Square went bust, didn't they? And like
no, Magic Square's still going.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one that was then. That was a rip off of one that went bust because it was copied. So that's the copied version.
Okay.
RJ gave me that, and that's like I'd pay like 25 quid for that, but I wouldn't go 60 quid for that. But these look infinitely better.
Yeah,
like, kind of ridiculous.
The new age
detail.
ones are kind of like Legend scaled masterpiece figures because they're quite intricate, you know.
Yeah,
they're really good.
It's impressive. Have you got any yourself?
I do. On my desk, I have the Galvatron and the Toxitron, and I've got a few others other way. They're good. They are expensive, but you're paying for like a good, sexy, qualityed figure. I think.
I can't really fault that then. I cannot really fault that.
I personally feel that these ones are a bit like well, we've made the molds. Let's just milk them dry to the nipples of red raw. It's a little much. It's
non-stop.
Yeah,
I love doing that, don't they?
I mean, there was the original Backdraft. There was Artfire. There's this toy version. There's the Grapple, which is effectively the same mold but with very few differences. There's the toy version of Grapple. There's the Bulkhead. I think we're up to about 6 or 7 uses of this mold effectively. New Age are pretty intense about reusing their molds to really, like I say, milk that cow dry.
I mean, is it anything that Hasbro doesn't do, though? Hasbro love a bit of milkage, don't they?
Hasbro, they do, but they kind of spread that butter a little thinner across the bread. I feel that New Age kind of dumps all of the redos of a figure in one big blob and kind of just gets it out of the way with.
So is this like a really fast release after the first one?
Not super. I can't remember when Backdraft came out, but it's not that long ago. There haven't been that many. I don't think there have been any new releases from New Age since Backdraft came out. So it's just like Backdraft, all the redos of Backdraft and Grapple, and then they'll move on to the next one. Is usually how it goes.
It's like they're shooting all their blanks.
Yeah, they get rid of it. It's like, right, the mold's done. We're done it. Move on to the next thing. And keep on rolling.
Kreminek.
Yeah.
Kreminek. Oh, well, I mean, if you like it, you like it. I can't imagine anyone buying, like, all of them, but I'm sure someone has.
Oh, I'm sure there's people out there.
There's those people who want a robot version and a vehicle version on their display that no one will ever see.
They'll see it, though.
They'll
know.
Displayed. Right for the pissing contest.
Exactly.
Yeah, you all know that pissing contest.
Yeah, just don't piss in the wind. It's always good to remind people. It's always good to know.
I did earlier. I put. Go on. I put deodorant on with a fan behind me. That was a bad idea.
Why?
Because I forgot the fan was. Well, I didn't forget the fan was there, but it was like the most comfortable point in the room because the fan was on.
Yeah.
And I went, and it went right up in my face and up my nose. You know what? You still learn lessons at 40 years old.
I have been amused by like some TikTok video of like going to visit my boss on my day off, and he goes into the workplace. It's like a salon or something. He goes up to the fan, farts, rings the bell, and walks out. And you just hear in the background, ah! I don't know if it's probably faked, but I don't know. It makes me smile. Yeah, simple fart humor. Haha, smelly. It gets me. What's the next bit of news, Mr. Brad? What are we talking about?
Next bit of news. I just want to make sure I got the right one. It's Rhinox, isn't it?
It is Rhinox.
We're on to. We're now getting various reports on Twitter. I haven't seen these posts, but I'm assuming they're tweets. Masterpiece Rhinox has been announced by Takara at Tokyo Toy Show 2023. No photos were allowed. I'm sure there must be a leak somewhere. 4chan. I can't believe I just advertised 4chan. Anyways, no photos were allowed. His signature chain guns of doom were apparently shown as a teaser. So they just showed his pancake guns. Stay tuned for updates. Yeah. Apparently, like the Beast Wars masterpieces are some of the best masterpieces. I haven't seen them. I ran into Ray last week, as in I Love Mess.
Oh yeah,
I went to Will Bishop's wedding, and Ray and George were there. We were talking Beast Wars masterpieces, and he said Beast Wars masterpieces, or it might be George that said it, are like prime custard.
I don't think it'd be George. George has been focused on Warhammer. It probably must have been Ray.
He does the flipping hammer, doesn't he?
He does. Me and George and Gruff, we're fluffing it up.
So it must have been Ray, because Ray does love his Beast Wars. He was saying like they're tasty masterpieces. So I'm guessing the Beast Wars Rhinox masterpiece, Beast Wars Rhinox, is going to be
the masterpieces have had a lot of issues generally across the board with like fragility and other kind of messiness. So my concern is like how are they going to handle Rhinox, because Rhinox isn't the easiest design to kind of get right.
He's basically a shell former, isn't he?
Yeah.
In some respect, and there's a lot of like ball joints and like flaps and flaps. Just flaps.
That's good.
Rhino flaps.
Rhino bits. Yeah, Rhino ass. He does have a Rhino ass kit, so.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be delicate. Apparently, was it Masterpiece Hound that had like just multiple issues and just arrived broken and was. I know that's not the only one that's happened to, but I think Hound was the biggest problem because bits just snapped off him.
I don't know if it was Hound that was like that, but it could have been. It could have been.
We'll leave it to the end credits again. With can't remember what the end credit scene was that we decided on before. What were we talking about? I
know for a fact that like the train bots are a little bit on the fragile side just because of how much clear plastic shell they have on them.
Ooh, they look so nice. They're kind of like half generationsy as well, aren't they? But
kind of.
Yeah,
kind of.
It looks so nice, but I'm not spending 120 quid. We're not even talking about the train bots.
No. But that's okay.
This is where I won't buy third party or masterpiece figures, because it's just like all that money, all those breakages, and I'm too clumsy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going to say just like general QC, but I would say that's why I don't buy Hasbro stuff at full price, because of just QC issues, and just because I get offended by like 25 quid for a deluxe. But
it is expensive.
Yeah, those were Voyager prices at one point.
Not even that. Like that, you get leader at certain points.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's definitely some I wait. There's definitely some I wait for to come down.
Oh boy.
I'm at a Megatron at the moment. I'm waiting for it to come down. I think.
He's 55 quid at the moment or something, right?
Yeah.
I thought you would have just jumped on him, to be honest, just because he's. I
went for Prime, so I've got Prime on order, and that's coming soon. But I look at Megatron, and I think like he's going to be around for like a year. And someone will have him up for cheap at some point. When you look at things like Motormaster going for 25 quid, and that was 90 quid. Yeah, I mean, this is the risk you take, isn't it?
Because either you spend the money, or you never get it. That's usually how it goes. Sometimes you just never get it. There were a few other things announced at the Tokyo Toy Show. I didn't throw it up in the story just because it wasn't that interesting, to be honest. So, Rhinox. Who else would you like to see get the masterpiece treatment for Beast Wars then? Like, who would be the next one? You've got choice of next Beast Wars person.
Do you know what? Depth Charge.
Season 1.
He was my season 1.
Well, yeah, because all the I should have stated that all the masterpieces so far have only been season 1 cast characters, like no Transmetal people.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah.
Has Pterosaur been done?
No, he hasn't. Most of the Predacons haven't been done.
Pterosaur was a favourite. Just weird death.
Yeah, into lava. He was good there.
But it was like just passed over. Was it who else died as well? Was it Tarantula?
It was Scorponok.
Scorponok, that's the one. Yeah.
But they were shown to be glowing just in case they wanted to bring him back. They go, the transmetal dubbed. Don't worry. Yeah. I remember hearing that in an interview, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you'd pick Pterosaur.
I'd go for Pterosaur.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? Who'd you go?
Tarantulas. I like him. He's a fun boy.
Cool.
He smiles. Yeah.
He's a scientist too.
I think most of the Maximals at this point have been done. Dinobot, Rat Trap hasn't been done yet, technically.
Oh, he hasn't. That'd be a nice one to do.
He's just been done.
He'd be a small masterpiece, but he'd still be 120 quid.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. The only Maximals I think we're missing are Rat Trap, Air Razor.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I think that's it. I think those are the only two, and then it's just mostly Predacons. That's it. Yeah. Shall we move on, Mr. Brad?
Let's move on. Do you want me to do the next one? Are you doing the next one?
Yeah, you can do this one, because that one was kind of a shorty-warty.
In addition to the announcement of Masterpiece Rhinox at the Tokyo Toy Show, Takara Transformers Twitter has now brought us another piece of news in the form of the next Beast Wars Versus set. I'm guessing BWVS stands for. Yeah, cool. All right, Talk of the Devils, Rat Trap versus Pterosaur.
Yeah.
Shown in their robot mode. Now, are these different from the Hasbro ones? Because are we going back to the days when Takara did nicer decos?
Yes.
They look the same. They are different, are they?
Yeah. I mean, you can. I can't get them up on screen, but if you want to have a look, they are like. There's the B version of Pterosaur, which was more the toy colors, and then there was the golden disc version, which didn't look like this. They're not like massively different, but they are different. I'm not sure how different Rat Trap is.
See, I pose a question without reading the rest of the post. It's like, both done up in premium paint jobs.
Yes. They've been doing this with a few of the other ones. The last one me and Mikey talked about was Tigatron and Black Arachnia. That was the last set, and now this is the new Beast Wars Verse set, I guess.
Are you buying any of these? Are you interested
no.
in
PayPal, I still haven't sorted out PayPal, so my purchasing ability is kind of low at the moment. I can't really buy things from other countries because most places need PayPal. So it's a good way to save money. If I don't fix it, it means I can't spend money frivolously. So
do any of us need toys anyway?
Yes,
we do.
Yeah, come on now. Let's not be silly now, Brett. Come on now.
We wouldn't be doing this otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Do we need one? Do we need?
I've actually got no Beast Wars figures. I did buy a few. I bought Dinobot. That was a long silence. I bought Dinobot. And I sold him. I bought Cheetah and I sold him.
Oh wow!
I think I might have one left somewhere. I'm just looking on the. No, I might have one left somewhere. But yeah, I pretty much just. I thought I'm not in on this because I just don't have the room.
You got Inferno.
I've still got Inferno. Yeah, Inferno. Yeah, I've still got Inferno.
Oh yeah, I do have Inferno.
I just didn't know where he is. He's somewhere. So, he's in school.
Why is Inferno in school?
So I took a bunch of robots in for the kids to robot poems to write robot poems about.
You're not worried they get like Cheeto dust and just become sticky as like children are just gross?
Well, that's why he's still in school. I don't want to bring him home because they're sticky and they've had childs over the
kids.
But yeah, I've got Inferno. But I'm not in on the Beast Wars figures.
Wow, what a hater!
There's no room. I love Beast Wars.
He's a fucking G1er. Of course he is.
I've been through that. Been through the Beast Wars.
Where? Why don't they look G1? Where? That's you. That's you are.
Do you know what? I wouldn't mind. I know G1. Like G1. I'm harder. But I don't mind the Pterosaur. I do fancy a Pterosaur. I think I had a play with Luft's Pterosaur a couple of months ago and was like, I like this. This is a good Pterosaur.
It's the Air Razor, just slightly retooled. Yeah. So I never got the mold at all. To me, this looks nicer. I like the gray. I'm pretty sure that's more accurate. Like I said, it's hard to tell on the Rat Trap because I can't remember offhand what Rat Trap like first version looked like. I think it's like quote fur is darker colored and it looks like they've given him more of a coppery metal look rather than just like Hasbro orangey
marble
brown
plastic.
Yeah, I think this is probably a little bit nicer than that. They've also painted the guns. Like Pterosaur actually has a painted gun.
Actually, yeah.
So that's nice.
Instead of just a plastic slab.
Yeah, it's just red or black. So yeah, they're all right. They're all right. These aren't. I don't think that these are significant compared to what like Legends were for Japan when they were like so different and so much better.
Those days. Even like the Unicron trilogy stuff is like massively different, isn't it?
Some of them,
That's why, like the Japanese stuff is just a nicer plastic.
Oh yeah, like I remember Scorponok was a much more saturated color in Japan, and he was more muted in the West. It was a lot more bright and vibrant from Japan. I don't remember what the quality was like on his plastic, but I do remember him being nicer raw in Japan. That's how it was. Same for Galaxy Force as well, right? Like, Galaxy Prime, Galaxy Convoy versus the Optimus Prime. It's like, oh my god!
You know that's my Vector Prime as well with those.
Oh my god! Oh, he was fucking terrible.
Better figure in Japan. I sold mine and I still haven't got it back.
Oh jeez, yeah. Like Vector Prime was one of those toys that if you showed like both of them side by side, you'd go, so the really awful white one, that's a knockoff, right? It's like, no,
wings.
That's Hasbro's version.
Official Hasbro release.
Yeah,
it was all safety stuff, wasn't it?
Was it that? Then why was he the wrong color? Why was he white?
Well, the wings were the safety thing because the wings in Japan were like solid plastic.
Yeah, they were translucent.
Too pointy because kids in the UK and America like to put plastic things in their eyes like this. It's got in my eye.
I kept Vector Prime because I think his robot design's really cool. I think his vehicle mode's kind of wank, but I was like, no, I'll keep him. And I kept Noise Maze as well.
It was when I picked up Noise Maze at TF Nation last year.
Yeah, he's fun.
I've got the grey one. I've got the grey one too.
Oh, wasn't that like a DVD exclusive or something? Yeah,
the production type one. Yeah, I've got the grey one.
You fucking nerd, you bloody lad. Oh,
yeah. I made too much money on one toy, guy.
Did you get the DVD version of what was it? Chromia, the boat girl.
So I'll get him out if you want.
Nah, it's all right.
Nah, we haven't got time for that. I've got all three of them. So there's the Red Exilian, the Minerva version of Chromia, and there's the production type Noise Maze.
That's right.
Nerd.
What DVDs did they come with? Was it just like a standalone episode or something?
I only got the DVD with one of them, and it's all in Japanese, obviously. But it was I think it was 3 episodes of Galaxy Force.
3
episodes. Three episodes. And that's all I got.
Sheesh.
Gosh. Sheesh. No, yeah, they were like chase figures for me for a long time. I wanted all 3 of them, and I got them, and I never sold them. Yeah. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
No, yeah, that would have been silly.
Just think, when you move to your new place, you can re-get your collection. You can set up your proper collection room, and you can be like, "Oh, when are these all gonna go?" Then you can make holes for that need to be filled.
The agony of choice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
those gaps are coming back. Gonna make a gap. Oh, a gap for Bulkhead. New age Bulkhead. No,
maybe not. Maybe not that one. So next, as we move on, I get to talk about Studio Series 86 Dying Prowl. We heard the rumors about this. Now we finally get to see him.
He doesn't look like he's dying, though, does he?
Not really. No.
He just looks like he's crashed and damaged his bonnet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this dude's been remolded. The chest has been remolded.
The head's new.
Is it new? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, the head's definitely new, from what I can see, because he looks like someone's eating his last fruit pastel.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's dying. He does look like he's depressed, though. Which is fair.
I like the way they've leaned him against the wall as well. So he's depressed and like fallen. But he looks like someone's like, I don't know, what could have someone done in front of him?
Well, it's like he's drank too much and he's caught his girlfriend cheating on him and he's just slowly slumping down.
Oh, Prowl.
Yeah. He's got a
gun in his hand, like, you know. This is like before the end of everything.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
God.
To me, this doesn't seem like a good representation of quote-unquote dead Prowl. One, because he didn't have that kind of crack in his chest. He had a hole in his boob. I think they should have put a hole in his boob and a smoke effect to come out of it, and also have his mouth agape, and also have an effect where you could stick smoke coming out of his mouth as well.
Yeah, I always thought his eyes lit up as well, but they don't, do they?
I think do they not briefly flash or something?
I don't know. It would have been cool to have that kind of orange color on him somewhere, because all you think of is orange smoke when you see Dead Prowl in there. Yeah. I think it's, like we said earlier, I think it might be, I don't know if they've got the rights to release normal Prowl generally, because it was like an Amazon exclusive box set with Ironhide. So is this their way of just getting G1 Prowl out there?
Well, I think there's better ways of doing it, because who wants to get a G1 Prowl with a giant like hole in his chest?
I know.
And not an accurate one. It feels to me like a let's just get another reuse of the mold. Do you remember who else can we put into the 86 line? I don't know, Prowl who's dying. Haha, Lamau.
They like dying blue streak, dying smoke screen now as well. All the Datsuns are going to be dying.
Yeah, we can get a whole line of like Windshard dead. We can get Wheeljack who's dead. Ironhide. That's
like slightly flatulent Jazz.
Yeah.
He never
yeah, he never died. He was supposed to.
Inferno after he's twisted his ankle.
Yeah. Ooh, my leg. Yeah, that like one you can have
ailments.
A really bad ball joint, like it's really loose. It's like, well, because he's got a bad ankle, isn't it? Yeah,
it just keeps nose diving off your shelf.
It's not a good figure. I don't see like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people will love this guy.
The figure itself is like I like the, what is it? It's Earthrise, isn't it? Earthrise Datsun mold. It's just solid and it does everything it's supposed to do. So I just dribbled then when I talked. It does everything it's supposed to do. But like, they're just. I wonder what line this is gonna. Oh, it's Studio Series 86.
Yes.
It's gonna be like 25 quid as well, isn't it?
That's gonna be more than that. It's Studio Series.
Yeah, no, I'm against this.
Yeah.
If it was going to be like Buzzworthy or something like that and it was 18 quid.
Yeah,
Buzzworthy's an 18. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous price, isn't it?
It's going to be a bumped up charge for no particular reason, yeah.
Yeah, stuff it. No, heresy.
Yeah.
Heresy.
It's not great. I'll take the next one as well because that's a quickie. Oh, that's right. We got Legacy Toxictron Collection G2 Dead End. I don't know why they made a whole title like that. It's just say it's G2 Dead End. We get the first looks at it.
It's G2 Dead End, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's a look at him. It's to go along with the Velocitron Speed Planet drag strip. So this is the second G2
as well. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, well, someone I think maybe John Grieve messaged me earlier and said he wanted it, but then it was like 60 quid or something like that.
60 quid?
I know. It's ridiculous prices now. So it does look nice, but 60 quid for something you've already got.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
This looks like a... hang on. Oh, pants. No, it's not a remold.
No, it'll be the same.
It's the same,
they're definitely not remolding.
No, I'll just knock everything over.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I don't need it.
No, that's the thing. No, me and Mikey have talked about it before, and we've both said like there are some G2 Stunticons which are really cool. I think Dead End's one of them, but the problem is Menasor is not a really cool color. He's baby blue and purple. I think he's the primary colors. It's not the best looking one, and since he's the centerpiece,
the aerial bots. Yeah. No, it's better than the aerial bots.
I don't know. I think the aerial bots are a bit more interesting because like it's blue and red for Superion, like primarily.
I don't like the blue because the blue is like a. I woke up today and kind of half decided I was going to be blue, but went with it.
What's that mean?
I mean, it's like a really like. Well, I could be blue. But I'm almost not blue.
But it's like navy blue, isn't it?
Oh, that's like terrible.
Wait.
Isn't he like a little bit darker baby blue? I'm thinking of.
No, I thought he was like a dark navy blue or something like that, and then this kind of orangey reddy color.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different G2 Superion. There is no different G2 Superion.
No.
Maybe I'm just wrong.
I mean, you could literally look at a photo of him. I mean, I can't again because it'll mess up my screen. But if you look at a pphoto, you'd be like, oh. The problem with G2 Superion was the fact that one of the aerial bots was gold plastic, so you could just squeeze him and he turns to dust.
It was slingshot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The head always just it's like this horrible weird baby blue.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. I can't look at it, but I'll take your word for it.
I would have put money on me being wrong then. To be honest.
It's me who's wrong.
Usually what happens.
But you're not gonna go for the 60-pound drag strip and then add dead end to you.
Nah, I mean, I don't even think I'd pick them up if I saw them for cheap, like a tenner, because it's just a case of like, well, where would they fit in with anything? And I've already got them.
Yeah, but we've talked about this. You're going to be moving to a new place. You're going to have more holes to fill. That's one of the holes.
Oh, but it might be like a smaller room that I have my collection in. So it's going to be like.
Why would it be a smaller room?
Well, because I've been living in this room for months now.
This one room.
This one, pretty much.
You've been locked in here.
This is my room. Just like, at first, it was like I get to wake up every day surrounded by toys. And by now, it's just like, there's toys everywhere.
Oh, wow.
I just need like a quiet room. So I might have everything in one room and just have that as like an office. And then the rest of the house just normal.
Okay,
and that's cool. Okay. So then I can go in the toy room. I want to get the novelty of the toy room back, because at the moment it's just toys everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
is that maybe Luff comes around and just puts one here and there just to mess with you.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
I think Luffy would be. He's sporting, is Luffy. He'd do it in a way that would convey some kind of link back to an issue in the IDW comics. That I wouldn't understand, and I'd have to ask him about.
But you could smile and pretend that you knew. You're like, oh, that's like the what's the issue? And he says the issue. That's the one. That's
what I used to do with Luff. Because Luff has like this overbearing, not overbearing, just this unbelievable talent to like follow narratives, and he understands everything and remembers everything that's happened, even if there's like 300 issues before.
Nice.
So I used to have to ask him, so why was there a briefcase there? And then he says like, oh, well, this goes back to issue 17 where something happened on Dathomir, which isn't even in.
That's Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, Dathomir is Star Wars. But yeah, that would happen.
Hey, here's a question. Would you remember it if it was Star Wars, though? Because you've got a big brain on Star Wars. You're a big Star Wars brain boy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably still remember it on Star Wars. Yeah, the Star Wars that seems to stick in there, whereas the Transformers is just the smashy toys part.
Yeah, but they've got the better toys.
They do have the better toys, way better toys, Transformers. They're fun.
What's next then, Brad? What are we talking about next?
Oh, yeah. It is... We're on to Legacy Bombshell. This is like... Couldn't wait for this one because the Insecticons have been pretty solid so far. Me and Dave Shooty are actually, Shooty's actually working on a song for all three of them.
Oh, nice.
We've got, now we can kind of finish the lyrics in high, based on what we can see about Bombshell. But yeah, Legacy Evolution Deluxe Bombshell. We've got clear images of him, and surprise, surprise, he looks exactly what we thought he was going to look like.
What?
We didn't want to assume. So. I think this looks like... Actually, his head is very grey.
Is that not cool? Is that not okay?
I mean, he looks wicked, but was his head always grey?
I think so.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. This is just, they wouldn't have done that without knowing his head was grey.
No, I'm pretty sure the head's right.
Yeah, I'm digging Bombshell. Bombshell is a cool dude, and he goes with the rest of them nicely. Once you've got all. Do you have any
issues with how he's looking?
I mean, his insect mode is a little bit, I suppose if I could really nitpick, the insect mode is a little bit fat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to nitpick, it looks fine.
Okay.
It's exactly, if I was going to spend 20 quid on a Bombshell.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be lucky to do that.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's 25 now, isn't it? This is why I have to work 2 jobs.
Well, it's laughter, but it's also crying as well. It's funny.
So true. Remember, when years and years ago, when I brought that review of what was it, Rampage out from Revenge of the Fallen, I was like, 13 quid for a deluxe. You
Bullshit.
better get.
Yeah.
Now it's like 25 quid.
We were so privileged back then.
Inflation we just didn't know. Much. Is there that much plastic tax? But yeah, I'll get it. I'll definitely get Bombshell because I've got the other 2. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm very selective now with these. Sorry, mate, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to say my issue is primarily the back headpiece. I think it's a little big, and it doesn't really sit on his head, obviously, because it's a floating piece. It looks a bit strange to me because when I think back to Bombshell, I think of like his animation model where that's just one piece. The gun coming off of his head isn't like a little hat, right? It was just part of his head in the G1 cartoon. So this is more of a bit more of a toy look, I suppose.
never actually noticed that about. Oh yeah, about Bombshell. Yeah, I never noticed that in the cartoon. That'll definitely not be.
You never noticed that in the cartoon that he had a little gun on top of his head.
Ah,
What? No, there's no way.
To be honest, like I don't think I had any episodes with Bombshell in when I was young, and any episodes I've watched as an adult, I've turned straight off because they're cack.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They're awful.
I don't know. I wouldn't say they're awful.
All right.
They're fine.
I can still watch the ones I watched as a kid and think like, yeah, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Like anything new, I'm like, no, this is rubbish.
Anything new from the 80s?
Yeah, anything I haven't seen. Like Masquerade and Cosmic Rust, I'm like, yeah, nostalgia.
There's some fun ones. Yeah.
There's some solid ones. But like anything that I hadn't seen as a child, like what's the one where Optimus Prime becomes a crocodile? City of Steel.
Oh yeah, that's just a bad episode. To be fair, that's not like like if you saw that as a kid and you liked it now, I'd be like, that makes sense. If you saw it now and said it was good, I'd be like, mate, come on.
It's terrible. I remember like before Transformers was released on DVD. Do you remember LimeWire?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sherazar or something like that.
I remember LimeWire. I remember doing my first time like school exchange where we were like, oh, this you're gonna go to work placement. I went to computer store. With another mate called Derek. They didn't want us working, so they put us in this. This was not like a proper computer. This was like on a dodgy like estate in the middle of nowhere, and it was just a computer store there. And the guys just put us in the back room with this shitty computer, and we just downloaded stuff with LimeWire. So we were listening to all of the Weird Al Yankovic songs, and we were probably downloading a fuck ton of viruses.
In the days when like the internet was, because we're about the same age, aren't we? So this was like early internet days where you were just like, get all the files.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we were kids as well, so who cares? Whatever. It wasn't our computer either. So it was anything just to get through the day.
Like, happy days.
Such a wasted like work experience thing. It was so fucking shit. They got us once to vacuum the store, and that was it. They didn't teach us anything about building computers. Not one thing, even though it was a computer repair store. It was wank.
Sounds like that's like I went to a computer repair store too and ended up with a job.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was great. Like,
was yours in an actual shop though? Or was it in a dodgy like estate?
Oh, it was an actual shop.
Oh, well, that probably helps.
Yeah, it was good. I never sold any computers. I was rubbish at it. But what I was really good at was like just working in the game shop upstairs. I loved that because I knew loads about games. And then a guy from the office would come up every week. And say, oh, what games do you want this week? And he basically just copied the games for me to take home, play on my chip PlayStation. It was a good time, man.
That's not bad.
It was a good time.
Oh, did you have a chip PlayStation as well?
Well, one of the guys in the computer shop was chipping PlayStations. So it was like, it was great. And then I saved up for a CD writer, which cost me 250 quid.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was an expensive time for CD writers, and then I started copying them from my notes. Right.
I got mine was done by my mum took it into her workplace, and she got like somebody at the workplace to do it for him. And then one day she came home with this like 3 or 4 pages of just like an Excel spreadsheet of just game names, and she said put a tick next to the ones you want.
Oh, what?
And like most of these games I had no idea. I'd never heard of. I was just like, I don't know.
You're
tick,
like, Kilik the Blood. Tunnel B1, tick.
I got one of the Grand Theft Autos that way, but it must have been like, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 2?
London?
Oh, no, it was, I rented London from Blockbusters. But I didn't know how to play them, so I was just going around making a mess of things. You know how it is.
The best way to Grand Theft.
Yeah, I got loaded. Like Vigilante 8, I think was a hooky copy I got.
Oh, Vigilante 8. That was I had that on the Dreamcast. That
people are like Twisted Metal. I'm like, no, Vigilante 8. And that's
Vigilante 8 was a better game. Yeah, it was a better game. That's better voiceover as well on Vigilante 8.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It was cool. It was a cool
PlayStation,
game.
man. It has some good stuff. But Bombshell, yeah, he's not bad. I'll probably get him. Will he get redone for the Buzzworthy line into Barrage? Maybe. We've only had like Ransack so far from the deluxe Insecticons. We haven't had any of the other ones, but I suppose like Shrapnel just came out, right? So
what are the deluxe Insecticons? I know they were recolors, but where did they come from?
They weren't recolors. They were completely new molds back in the day.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, Were these like Microman or something like that?
I don't know where they came. Like when you say where they came from, you mean like what, like Microman and Diaclone? I have no idea. I don't know if they were brand new, but they were released under Transformers. Yeah.
Preminac. I had no idea.
All 4 of them.
I think I know the ones you're talking about, but
Chop Shop, Barrage, Venom, and Ransack. Those 4 boys. But now it's just like, we just redo 3 of them into recolors and slight retools of these boys, which is fine. Last story. Do you want to take us away with the last story, Mr. Beeb?
Come on, let's do it. It was like we all knew it was going to happen. Yeah, Legacy Evolution, Leader Prime Dreadwing. The first look. Another leak has come our way this morning via an eBay. Oh, it's an eBay auction. That's a naughty thing to happen, isn't it? Oh, those factory leaks. First look at Legacy Evolution, Leader Prime Dreadwing. A reuse of the previous Skyquake figure. Makes sense that they released Skyquake first because Dreadwing would have just sold and Skyquake would have been shelf warming.
Yeah.
Dreadwing is shown here in an accurate deco along with a new cannon. I was going to say, is the cannon new? The cannon is new.
Yes.
He's displayed in his robot and jet modes along with a comparison with his OG Transformers Prime toy. Check it out after the break. There's no break. We're not having a break here. But yeah, Did you get Skyquake?
I didn't know because he's £55.
Exactly the reason I didn't get Skyquake. And actually, you know Zort Rider?
I know of him, yeah.
So Rich got Skyquake and sent him back because he said it was just rubbish.
Oh, really? So I heard a lot of people said they liked their Skyquakes.
Yeah.
What didn't he like about it, do you know?
He just said it was loose as and like it didn't feel like a decent figure. It didn't transform very well. Okay. I think it was just that he didn't like the whole package. I'm undecided, but I'm kind of waiting for it to come down cheaper before I decide whether to get it or not.
Yeah, I missed out on getting Transmel 2 Megatron when he was on sale. He kind of came and went when it was on sale. It seems like when Smiths put the sale on, they go quick. They go really fast.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to get out and get one.
It was down to ridiculous price, wasn't it? That?
Yeah, he got down to like 20 quid or something. Yeah, I wasn't able to get it.
There was 2 releases of that figure, wasn't there? There was it the Legacy and the Evolution one or something like that?
Probably, yeah. He split over 2 things, yeah. I'm not sure we'll get that with Skyquake, but they say this is an accurate redo of his color scheme. I disagree. I think if you see the side by side, they probably should have recolored the translucent bit of plastic on his chest instead of red. Should be yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice that they didn't do that because it's not that hard to do. Otherwise, it's good. You know, it's the exact same mold.
I like the head. Did you like the original? Did you like the Prime one?
Yeah, I mean,
it was a bit because the hands coming out the back of it and like the wedge underneath the cockpit wasn't great.
I think,
but it was okay.
I think it like around that time when that dude was done was when the crash happened for the oil prices. So comparing him to the rest of the line, like to that cliff jumper, to that Prime, to that bulkhead, he's
especially against like the first editions as well. That was like
that's why I can't like if he was standards of the first edition, I would have been way happy. But obviously, we only got like 5 first editions, and then the crash happened, and they all turned to poo basically. Though we did have some nice ones, like the Viacon was very cool.
Knockout was terrible as well, wasn't
Knockout was incredibly disappointing.
He was so bad.
Yeah. I wasn't happy
Luckily,
with
the new one is really nice.
Yeah, and same with Arachnid. Arachnid was shit as well.
Oh, God, yeah. I remember, like, Arachnid was it was on In-Demand Toys for 25 quid. This is a joke. For 25 quid, which is standard price now. I remember going up to In-Demand Toys and going like, any chance you can come down to 20 quid on Arachnid? Thank God I didn't do that, because what a letdown that would have been.
I know.
But now we'd pay that price anyway.
Yeah, but luckily there's the third-party Arachnid, which is way better.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah. She's not the best figure ever, but, you know, it works in that line way better, and it's a good toy for the most part. Yeah. But yeah, this you know, I'm still waiting for them to do a G1 Skyquake recolor out of this mold. I think I'd be much happier with it.
The kind of green one with the pink cockpit. It's one of the G2... You say G2?
Oh, G2, G1.5, whatever you want to class that.
I can't remember. It was like one of those.
It's the Predators.
The one in my head. The Predators. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'd love them to do all of those actually, because that would be Yeah.
They're cowards though, and if they do them, they'll just be repaints. They won't make their own molds. Just lame. Just lame. I'll always complain about it, but yeah, this guy looks good. Looks solid. If I got Skyquake, would I get this guy? I don't think I'd need to double up on both of them.
No, I wouldn't get both of them at all. I mean, I'll get one of them if I see them on sale at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I find when I buy something I'm half and half on, it never goes well.
No, you don't want to just get it just for the sake of it. XL Hedge says, Dreadwing looks bloody fantastic. Can't wait for Machine War Starscream with Megaplex. Oh, the Machine War Starscream out of this.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that would look good out of this as well. Again,
kind of buzzworthy release.
Yeah, buzzworthy release with a G1 head, and then you do them into both of those versions. I'd be happy. I'd double up on those two, to be fair.
A bit tasty.
They could triple up on it by doing King Atlas. Do you remember King Atlas?
Yeah, I remember King Atlas. That was Master Force?
No, King Atlas was Universe. It was the repaint.
I don't then.
Yeah, King Atlas was an Autobot redo of Skyquake in blue, yellow, grey, and red. He's a beauty. He's a dirty
I'm gonna
beauty.
Google it. I'm going to go and Google it. King Atlas. This is going to give me something completely different, isn't it?
Universe had a fuck ton of crazy good color schemes. They had some really interesting stuff. Like there's
really dark stuff as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look how good it looks. That's so good.
That is
it's
very
90s, and it was in the early 2000s, but it's 90s.
Look at that mouth.
That's G2, baby.
That's G2 mouth.
Hell yeah.
Crumbs. He couldn't eat anything, but he could eat everything.
He could eat your ass. That's what he could do. There you go.
Good.
He couldn't eat anything but your ass.
You just have to chase you first.
Mr. White says. Mr. White says toys roll off the assembly line, dreaming that they will end up in the display cabinet as Swish as Brads.
Swish's Brads.
Yeah, I think Mr. White's admiring your toy cabinet in the background there.
Oh, right. Yeah, cool. Thank you, sir. You sir. Everything else around it is a mess.
That's fine. You had to tidy up before we started podcasting. Because it was a fucking pigsty.
All of the mess from that side of the room down to this side of the room where you can't see it.
Also pushed it just behind the couch as well.
Yeah.
Just behind.
Hang on, we better turn him around.
Hey, there he goes.
Oh, we can't see his face now. Let's just put him back. There you go.
Thank you, Brad.
That's his voice.
Yeah. XL Head says Universe was weird for taking place after Beast Machines. Yeah, it was that kind of we don't know what the fuck we're doing, so just repaints is a load of stuff.
Out.
Yeah.
Throw out toys.
It had repaints from every line. Like there was Beast Wars repaints in there, there were Beast Machines repaints in there. It was really cool. It was a good little interesting bizarre line. Before Classics started up. No.
Yeah, Classics, man.
I might be getting some Universe stuff from Mr. George, I'm hoping, because I think he's got some of those Beast Wars ones that he doesn't want. I'm like, I'll have them.
Oh.
I'll have them. He doesn't have the big ones like he gave away. Do you remember Razor Claw, the redo of Tigerhawk?
Yep.
He gave that to Ray and some of the other ones to Ray ages ago.
Really obscure figures as well, aren't they?
Yeah. I think I might be able to get, the Iguanus repaint, like Transmetal Iguanus. The repaint where he's green and black. I might be able to get that off George, hopefully, if he can find him. Hopefully. But yeah, Skyquake. That's Skyquake. He's quaked out. That's it. If you like him, buy him. If you don't, well, don't. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Right. That's all of the news, because it's kind of light on the news this week. But Brad,
we covered that pretty quick, though, didn't we?
I think we did.
Even with the tangents, we did all right.
Yeah. What you been up to this week? What you been up to in general, Brad? What you done? Yeah, General Brad, General Beeb action.
She might be watching, but I have a new lady.
Oh my god,
who is absolutely lovely, and we've been hanging 10 lots, which is cool.
Wow, I didn't know you and Luff were that serious, but damn.
Well, me and Luff have always been that serious, you know.
He's got a lot of hair. He's got too much hair for one man, though. That's for sure.
He does. He shares it with me because one day mine might fall out. I don't know. Knock on metal. Writing reports, mate. Writing reports. Yep, it's report season, which is why there's been nothing going on my YouTube channel.
Can you not just get like ChatGPT to write the reports for you? Isn't that the thing that teachers do now?
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, your students very good. I don't hate them. There you go.
It's not actually a bad idea. I might try because I actually tried ChatGPT a couple of months ago.
Oh, did you? Oh,
I typed into it. Can you plan me a lesson on the ethics of artificial intelligence for 11-year-olds? Full lesson.
Yeah,
and I used it. Yeah, it was good. A couple of alterations because it was Americanized, but ChatGPT is awesome.
Wow.
It's life's cheat. Yeah, but it's good. It was good. Apart from I've just been doing my normal stuff. Hopefully moving house very soon, because been here for too long now.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing much else.
I've got this. I was going to say, you've been buying anything? What's your purchases?
I got this. Hang on, here we go.
Oh,
bit of Bo-Katan.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So, got my helmet.
Does it have lights and sounds, or is it just like?
Yeah, but I haven't put a battery in it yet.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, and I've got today I got Beachcomber, and Beachcomber is exactly what you think Beachcomber would be like.
What do you think he would be like? I don't know what he'd be like.
Just
fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
he is standard guy.
But he comes with a parrot.
I put the parrot away. I put the parrot away.
I know.
You guilt trip me about the parrot.
I do. Well, it's hateful towards birds for no reason.
It's like if it was solid plastic, the parrot, I'd be I'll keep the parrot on him. But it's like rubbery.
Is it rubber?
It's just a rubber. Yeah, it's a rubber parrot.
I thought it would just be hard plastic. Why'd they make it rubber? That's weird.
It's just silly.
I
don't want a soft parrot. I want a hard parrot.
Jesus
Christ.
I'm
gonna have a parrot.
Yeah.
Gonna have a parrot. I'll show this as well. I finished this not long ago. The whoa, no, don't get caught on that.
Whoa.
Gundam Aerial.
Hey, that's a high grade.
I don't even think it's gonna. It is a high grade. It's a really, really lovely high. All of the Witch from Mercury kits have been outstanding so far. I never even made that many of them. But yeah, that was a lovely build. I've been getting some Witch from Mercury kits. Got a stupid backlog which I haven't got through.
How shameful is your backlog? Pretty bad.
Including my HLJ warehouse, it's probably about 10 kits.
Ooh,
that's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not
all Witch of Mercury, is it?
No, I've got the full mechanics Raider, and I've also got a master grade Barbatos.
Oh, damn. The master grade. I thought you had one of those. Yeah, he's not bad.
Adam bought me it when I went to visit him last time because it was my birthday, and it's
lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, I turned 40 back in April.
And I got loads of nice presents.
Wow. Loads of nice presents for my 40th as well. Ed got me stuff. Shooty threw me some money. I'm sure some other people got me stuff that I'd just forgotten.
They're just not important. I see how it is.
Nobody's important.
Wow.
Got me presents. Don't care.
Wow. Jesus.
Nah, that's pretty much the game at the moment.
Have you not got yourself Street Fighter 6?
No, I haven't, because I've heard it's not great.
Is it not?
And I heard it was still in Resident Evil 4.
Still?
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet.
But it's good.
I'm waiting for it to come down in price, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cheap bitch. When it's on Steam, these games get like silly cheap when you just wait. And I'm okay with waiting.
It's a good game. It's very, very good. I'm guessing you like the original, don't you?
Yeah. I think it's a bit clunky now to play the original, but yeah, it's still good.
It is. I played it on. It's fun. I played it on Switch not long ago. The original, it was good. I noticed you're playing Grim Fandango though.
I did, yeah.
What a game!
Yeah, that was a while ago. I played Grim Fandango. What am I playing at the moment? I'm playing Star Trek Online because why not?
Yeah,
fucking dude. And I'm also playing System Shock, the System Shock remake game.
The remake. Oh, actually, George was talking about this last week, and I never played the original System Shock. It is good though. Well, I think he was talking.
If you've got decent enough PC, you should get the remake. It was in Kickstarter for like 7 years, something like that. Playing it on Steam at the moment, streaming at the moment. It's great. It's really good. A lot of fun. Cool. It feels updated, but it still feels kind of old in some ways because you're not dooming around the map. Going at like hell's for leathers kind of speed. But you are twatting people with a pipe or a wrench, and that's always kind of fun. And it won't really tell you sometimes what you should be doing. You're just kind of on this big space station going from floor to floor, going like, okay, what do I need to do here? what do I need to do here? Do I press this button? Oh, I press this button and blew up the Earth. Whoops. Let's restart.
You just happening upon objectives as they come along.
I'm trying to like when I get to a new floor to try and do as much on that floor as I possibly can, and then if I need to kind of finagle my way to another floor, or I figure out like, oh, I need something here, I better go somewhere else. Then kind of work that way. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good though. It's good. It's fun. There's a lot of like inventory management issues because it's like if you want money, pick up everything to throw into recycling. You get these little coins. It's like, but that you only have so much space. It's effectively just like the attaché case in Resi 4, right?
Okay.
You've only got so much room, but you want to pick it all up so you can sell it, so you can get the most money.
Is it quite an engaging like system then? Because I thought when they went to Resident Evil 5 and they just had the grid system, the sharing system, I was just like, what have you done? You've ruined it.
True, but Resi 5 is a lot of fun, but it's not good. It's so much fun to play with a friend.
That's the thing. Do
you know,
it took away something. No, not any.
Oh damn!
I live in Wales.
Did you never play? Did you never sing the song with Josh? It's another pipe, get down. Where you driving out? It's another pipe, get down.
The driving part.
Yeah,
is that a thing? I'm gonna have to look that up if that's a thing.
Well, it's a thing that me and my buddy Chris would always sing. You know,
it's a pipe, get down.
It's a pipe, get down. It's another pipe, get down. You make your own fun. Also, you have complete global saturation. Complete
global saturation. IWSB agents punching rocks.
Yeah, and he punches a rock. It's great. Also, some of those fails
was alright as well.
Oh, I didn't like 6 because there was too many just undescribed mechanics in the game. It felt overstuffed with just you can throw yourself on your back, you can roll on your back, you can keep shooting while on your back. It just got a bit silly. There was a bit too much stuff.
Barrels. It's like tackle barrels.
I didn't like tackle barrels. No, I don't think that's what you said. But did you
say slide tackle barrels? You could slide into them, couldn't you?
I thought you said taco barrels, and I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm sure Brad knows what he's talking about.
Nice, actually. Taco barrel.
A delicious taco barrel. Yeah,
I didn't like to run down hills and just slide straight into the barrels and collect stuff that way. You never knew what you collected because it would be gone.
I played it at my buddy Chris's house again. And we played Leon's campaign, and I fucking hated the fucking cemetery with the infinite spawning zombies.
Oh yeah. Actually,
I hated that.
Tell you whose mission is good on 6 is Ada's. Because you're on your own, you haven't got a partner with you.
Oh, that's why I never played it, because we were playing together. We were buddies.
Ada's was good. Did you ever play Revelations 2?
Yes, yeah, because they had a really cool online mode, right? It
was good, yeah.
Yeah, we never played the story mode because we were playing the leveling up system where you could play as Hernandez or something like that, where he has a power drill as a weapon. He's fucking terrible, but man, I'd always play as I would always play as the ladies and put them in the sexy costumes, and he would always Chris would always look at me like I'd shamed his entire family.
You're a degenerate. I was just like, degenerate.
He
didn't do it.
I was running around the areas telling the zombies to slap my ass, and he was just like, "Stop doing that." I was like, "Never." You'll never stop me.
Make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It was fun.
I've seen anime. This is fine with my eyes.
I've seen far worse than this. Oh, you innocent boy.
This isn't even as bad. Ecchi or Senran Kagura.
Oh, it's true. No, I felt that multiplayer mode was actually kind of fun. You know, because you leveled up, you got more abilities. It wasn't a deep system or anything like that, but it kept me kind of pushing forward and being like, let's keep going.
Entertaining.
Unlocking new characters as well, which was always kind of neat as well.
Albert Wesker.
Albert Worcestershire sauce with his tiger punch. Praiseworthy. Boom.
Jill. His voice got more and more nerdy, actually, didn't it?
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Originally, he was like,
Oh yeah. In the first game, he's just like, I'm very American, and by the last game, he's like,
he was Dick Dastardly, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was great. I liked him. I like him more like that. It's the more silly Wesker became, the better. Like, he never took his shades off, so of course he was weird.
He didn't. No, he did. Well, he did in 5, didn't he? And it was like, oh, his eyes glow red.
Oh, it's so cool. He threw the glasses at him in slow motion, and Chris reacted to him. It's like, glasses,
no, Ray-Bans,
My one weakness. And then they shoot his head off with a rocket launcher and a volcano.
UV protection, but he still comes back, doesn't he?
No, he's dead. No,
because dead.
Yeah, well, whatever. But I don't. What's the sequel to 6? Because is it like 7 technically, or is that like a reboot?
There's Chris Redfield in it, but I haven't played Village yet. So I do.
Because they don't ever.
But Chris Redfield doesn't look like Chris Redfield, does he?
No, he's like Chris Redfield off the roids. It's like when you look at Kurt Angle, like when Kurt Angle got into WWE versus what Kurt Angle looks like now. You know, there's a difference.
Like the difference between Sheamus and the Proclaimers.
Yeah. I was never on the juice, mate. Don't lie to me. Jesus Christ.
Hang on a second. You didn't do that with Allbran.
You could be on the juice. I don't care. But don't say that you were never on it when you were. What?
Don't wool our eyes. Yeah. Don't do the woolly, you bastards.
You fuck. Anything else you've been up to? Have you seen any moving pictures recently?
I haven't actually. No, I'm going to go and see Rise of the Beast this week, hopefully.
Oh.
At some point, just get a free evening and tootle myself down to the cinema to watchy. Have I seen any good movies recently? Oh, I watched Nope.
Oh,
I really loved Nope.
Did you? Okay.
Me and Claire watched it a couple of weeks ago, and I loved that. That was so good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that. And we I watched for the second time. She watched it for the first time. The Blair Witch Project, the 2016 version, and that again was better than I remembered as well.
All right.
I really loved the original Blair Witch Project. The second one, Book of Shadows, was cack, but then the release, it's not the re-release, like a reboot, wasn't it? It was real
remake,
good. But they never did anything.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was real good. I loved that. Yeah. What about you?
What have I done? Well, I went to see Rise of the Beast, and me and Mikey have done a poopcast on it.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
No.
Oh.
It's the second best Transformers live action film.
Wow, that's saying something.
Yeah.
As long as it's better. I'm guessing the 2007 is the best.
No, Bumblebee's the best, and then it's.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah. What am I thinking of?
Yeah, Bumblebee's
so it's not as good
best.
as Bumblebee.
I don't think so. No. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but Mikey liked it more than I did. I didn't think it was very good, but if you were going to ask me kind of numbers wise, I'd probably give it like if I was being nice, probably 5 out of 10, like an average kind of movie.
Oh,
like this
see, the average
fine.
I've been seeing is 6.57.
I think that's a little high.
I really like shit films, so I'm guessing I'm going to go for a 7.
One of my issues was I got bored. I was quite bored by it. Don't expect the beasts to have any real impact on the movie. They're there.
Oh no,
it's not bad.
That's what happens with Transformers films, isn't it? Remember Devastator showed up and it was like he doesn't. None of them have individual personalities.
Yeah, there's a lot of that for Rise of the Beast. There's a lot of like, oh, he's a character. They're not a character. They're there, but they're not.
They're just there. Yeah.
So it's why like Bumblebee is good, because like for the most part, like Shadow's a character, Dropkick's a character. They're not impressive characters, but they're there.
They're there, and you know what they're like.
Yeah,
you know who would like a burger and chips more. I don't know where I went with that.
You went to McDonald's, mate.
You
went to the Wimpy. You were going to the Wimpy.
Yeah, you wouldn't give Dropkick a Wimpy because he'd turn you into washing up liquid viscosity.
He'd turn you into cum in the cum gun.
Yeah, just you're gonna become.
No, I don't want to become. That would have been a very different movie if everybody screamed, "No, I don't want to become" every time we shot them.
What would you rank the Transformers movies? I would go.
Oh, how would I rank them? Okay.
Yeah, how would you rank them? What would they be? Because Bumblebee first, then Rise of the Beast, then 2007.
Yeah, maybe it's been a while since I've seen them, but in my mind, from what I remember, probably 2007. Yeah. I know what the worst one is. I think Revenge of the Fallen is the worst.
Oh no! Oh well.
For me,
it's your opinion. I'm not going to go know your opinion. But
I fucking hate it. I can't stand it.
I don't mind Revenge of the Fallen. So I would go like Bumblebee 07, maybe on a bit of a par, and then like Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, and then like Dark of the Moon was there. Then the other two, what are they called? The last night would be somewhere down in the pit here.
Yeah.
And then Age of Extinction would be like
See,
I suppose in Australia, I hate Age of Extinction so much because it's just so long.
Yeah.
It's like, apart from Stanley Tucci, it's rubbish.
I find it hard to rank Dark of the Moon just on the base that I find Dark of the Moon really boring. Really boring.
It isn't entertaining, is it? But it's not long.
No, that's the thing. It's like, how do we rate this? Do we rate it on the quality of the movie, or do we rate it better just because it's shorter, so you don't need to be there as long? It's like,
I watched them last night recently, and just it was.
I barely remember the last night. That's the one with Cog, right?
Yeah.
And he beats a fish to death on a submarine.
Yeah,
I don't remember much else.
It was dumb, but it was kind of like half dumb fun. I like Mark Wahlberg. I really do like Mark Wahlberg. So I think he's fine in the movies, but just the length of Age of Extinction the last night. Age of Extinction specifically is just atrocious.
I'll never get over, like, they made a big deal about, no, I can have sex with your daughter because of the Romeo and Juliet thing.
Oh, God, the cards.
Yeah, and it's not even like, that's not even the law. They got the law wrong, which is kind of funny, so.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
It's not, no.
It was an awful thing. So Michael Bay is a very, very morally questionable man.
He's made a lot of
camera
money.
shots he has by making morally questionable camera shots of women that are far younger than him.
Yeah. Well,
And he makes like shit dialogue as well.
I think that's my issue.
To the building. Oh, we've got a visitor.
No. Hello, Brad.
How are you? He's coming because he's hungry.
Give me my
feed him in a minute. He's like, give me some food. All right, go for a second. Go to bed. I'll feed you in a second. Oh. Anyways.
The only other thing, I did see Across the Spider-Verse as well. So
I recently saw the first one when I went to H's.
Oh, what did you think of the first one?
I loved it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's better than I thought it would be, but it was just something that I was like, I'll get around to it sometime, and never did. But
it's one of the better Spider-Man movies. Well, not Spider-Man movies, just hero movies. It's one of the better ones within recent memories. Across the Spider-Verse, it's good. I think it's a little long, and the movie just kind of ends. The movie's really good. It's really good. You know, it's really a small issue to say it's too long, and you definitely could have edited out some scenes. And the ending's kind of just like flat. Not flat, but it just kind of stops. The best way to describe the end is, you know, you saw The Hobbit, right? All the Hobbit movies.
No, I didn't actually. I only saw the first two or the middle one.
So you saw some of the Hobbit ones.
Yeah.
Did you see the second one where it just ends with Smaug flying off to the city and it just stops there? That's the kind of feeling you get from Across the Spider-Verse as well, where you just like, oh no, climax. It's done. It's done.
Like Skyline.
I've never seen Skyline.
Don't ever watch Skyline.
Was that like the knockoff Independence Day movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like Battle of LA as well.
Oh no.
Because they came out around the same time, but Battle of LA actually had a conclusion, whereas Skyline ended before it actually ended. I don't even know how to describe the ending of Skyline. It wasn't even an ending. It was just a film that wasn't finished. It was stupid.
The reason the way it happens here is because it's like to be continued, so you got to see the next film, which it isn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't say in the marketing really that it's like part one of this series. But if I was to say, Brad, if you've only got one movie to go and see, see Across the Spider-Verse massively over Rise of the Beast. I mean, I think you'd probably go and still see Rise of the Beast because, you know, Transformers.
Transformers toys.
But no, like Across the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Make a point of seeing Spider-Verse as well.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And it's really nice on the big screen as well, just because it's like, you know how the visuals,
film, isn't it? Like,
you know how the style for Into the Spider-Verse was very like, wow, this is more. Yeah. This is dial it up harder.
Oh, really? Because it was so good, like Into the Spider-Verse.
It's more pretty. It's prettier, not more pretty.
Ooh, just when you think something can't get better.
Yeah, there's quite a few, like,
it was a beautiful
each
movie.
universe almost has this kind of different art style. So when a character from a different universe comes into a new universe, they look like they did in that universe. So if they're black and white, and they go to a colored universe or colorful, like normal colored universe, then they are still black and white. They don't get colored in or anything like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's neat. I highly recommend it. It's very, very fun. Definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
In terms of things, Mr. George sent me a box. He was only meant to send me one figure, which was Transmetal 2 Prowl, little hooty boy owl.
Yeah.
I haven't got around to fiddle with him yet. It's the black version, not the white version. But he also just threw in a Skylinks as well, G1 Skylinks.
G1 Skylinks?
Yeah, it's just Skylinks is just in there as well.
Oh,
the poor boy's a little worse for wear. He's a little bit on the Super Nintendo side, shall we say? But,
he's got that yellow. He's got that custody look to him. Oh, that's nice though. That's a cool.
It was a nice freebie. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
And then I've just been working on more painting and building tanks and stuff for Warhammer.
What army are you doing at the moment?
Imperial Guard. The Astra Militari.
See, I was It was like the Imperial Guard with those Lehman Russ. Are they still around?
That's what I've been building and painting today.
Lehman Russ battle tank.
Yeah, I've been I spent yesterday magnetizing it so I can change out all the different tank barrels and all the other guns on it, so I don't need to, be locked into one kind of tank. I can save a little bit of money.
Use like little neodymium magnets for that? Or
yeah, they're like 2 by 1 millimeters and stuff like that.
Another ones, yeah.
Yeah, they're real faff to like screw in, and like my hands were just caked in super glue by the end of yesterday. But I was like, yeah, it's kind of worth it. Yeah, I was getting the knife and just like peeling the dead skin off of my hand by the end of the day. But you do what you got to do.
You do.
Yeah.
You take the hits.
You take the lumps.
Or the Loctite.
I also randomly just out of nowhere decided, fuck it, I'll buy Dragon's Dogma. Because it was like £3 on Steam sale.
What's that?
Dragon's Dogma is a game that came out a while ago from Capcom. It's kind of like an RPG.
Okay.
I can't even think how you describe it.
Dragon.
Kind of action. It's more actiony than it's not a turn-based game. It's not Dark Souls, but you can tell it's had some Dark Souls influence by the way it looks, like the color palette.
That looks pretty nice.
It's not. I mean, £3. Whatever.
It's a game to play.
I played it years and years ago, and I never finished. And I thought, but £3. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Sure, I'll buy it again, and I can finish it now. Why not? And yeah, that's really been about it. Then just watching Star Trek. Not much else. Like I said, we did the podcast with Mikey. That will be a Patreon only show for a bit, and then there'll be a freebie show. Where we talk for about an hour and a half or more on Rise of the Beasts. Give it a something like that. I know, fucking losers. Isn't it? Apart from that, it's just been working. I see some people sending messages. I see you in chat. XL Heads says, so I'm guessing no spoilers in chat. I hope so. There is a wimpy near me. Magnificent Muffin says, Mr. White. He's in London.
They still exist. Oh, right, yeah. Everything survives in London.
Yeah. It's like the last one.
They've even got Woolworths there.
Do they?
No.
I know. So I'm pretty sure somewhere has a work in Woolworths, but
it's online now. I think still Woolworths.
It wasn't there like one shop that still exists? Because I know there's one Blockbuster in America that still exists.
I'd like to think there's a Woolworths. Imagine finding a Woolworths.
Oh, that'd be
I don't think it'd be as good as back. It
wouldn't have the good prices. Like I got my first Gundam model kit. It was Heavy Arms.
One of the wing kits.
Yeah,
I was gonna say one of the old wing, like 1/100 wing kits.
Yeah, I twisted them off the sprues because I didn't know what model kit was back in the day. So I just like twizzle it off. Oh man, it was a no grade too. It wasn't even high grade. So
yeah,
man,
those ones that float.
Fun. Yeah. Oh man. Simon Tang, I saw a non-fan review made a good point. She said the franchise should continue if they can keep the cost at around 100 mil. Did not realize this was a $2 million film. Damn.
Film?
Rise of the Beast, I assume.
2 million or 200 million?
200 million.
I was going to say, it was a 2 million film.
Yeah, I probably
could have made that.
Hey, if you got spare 2 million, I'll happily have that.
Not anymore.
No.
I'm making Rise of the Beasts
2.
Rise 2 of the Beasts.
Yeah, Rise of Beasts, higher lifting
Rise of
beasts.
The Beasts. Tokyo Drift.
Mr. White says Grace Randolph. Yeah, I agree. It's the right move. Grace Randolph is terrible reviewer. She's an interesting lady. I know she really liked John Cena's bulge in which movie was it? There was a certain, I think, was this Suicide Squad 2 where she kept talking about his package?
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, Grace Randolph, calm down. Calm down. Bless you. XL Hedge says, my top, number 5, 1, Bumblebee, 2, Rise of the Beast, 3, Age of Extinction, 4, The Last Night, and 5, Dark of the Moon.
Oof. I've got the 2 ones that I think are shite in there. But I'm glad someone likes them.
Well, to be fair, there's only like 6, 7 movies, so can't do too much.
Yeah.
I think most Transformers fans would agree that the animated one's just better. And it's weird because it's not like a super good film, but I'd say it's probably the best Transformers film.
I think there's a lot of nostalgia attached to the Transformers the movie, but it's still really watchable.
There is,
it's great,
but I would say like the first Transformers movie, if you take out the idea of like, oh, we're selling toys and stuff, the intro, action packed, very engaging because it's just like shit's happening. Well. Soundtrack's interesting. The end's pretty interesting and engaging. It's just kind of like once they leave Earth, you kind of go, I can go to the toilet now for a bit. I don't need to rush. Like the quintessence bit, yeah. The planet of junk is just kind of like, it's fine. They're not bad. It's just, whatever. Mr. White says, no Woolworths left even in the city. Oh, there you go.
They're well and truly extinct.
They're gone. So, people,
like domestic cats.
If you've got any questions for Mr. Me or Mr. Brad, send them, give them over, and we will wrap the show up while you send them through. If you've got any, Brad, where can people find you on the internet?
It's been a bit, I'd say arid or tepid or derelict at the moment due to schoolwork. But I am Exilian XLR on YouTube.
When's the next video? When's the next vid? Where's the next rambling?
I've got to finish it. Oh, do you want me to do a grinding?
Yeah, I want the grinding.
I'll do a grinding maybe next week. Then I'll try and do a grinding.
Yeah.
I've got to get one out soon because we were on a good roll there for a bit. So Exilian XLR on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And the place, I don't know. No, just those places.
Oh, what's happening with the Transformers YouTube community podcast? Is that back now? Is that still going?
Me and Dave are constantly trying to find a way and means and time of getting together. I was actually meant to go to Dave's 3 weeks ago, but it got cancelled because the Farthest From was cancelled, the Star Wars convention. But we're kind of on it, and we want to do it.
It's finding the time kind of thing.
As and when, yeah. I think when I move house and everything's set up there, then I'll have a bit more time to kind of sort out the logistics of it with Dave, and then we'll.
Okay.
But we want to get it. We want to get it going again because it was a good podcast. But I kind of like the way you do this. So maybe something
very
like
professionally, of course.
Very professionally. With a naked mic. Yeah.
All right, so those are the places you can find Brad. Mr. White says, Brad. There was no exclamation mark. I just put it in there.
Brad.
When you came to Starways, I think it means Star Wars Europe, unless it is Starways Europe.
Star Wars Celebration, yeah.
You were one Elizabeth line stop from a Wimpy.
Oh, wow.
So you were close to a Wimpy, but you fucked up.
Close to a Wimpy, man.
Yeah,
so... gone Wimpy.
You realize every time you go to a new city, you're going to have to, like, is there a Wimpy nearby?
You have to Google Maps Wimpy now.
Yeah, when you go...
If those burgers aren't flat.
You're going to have to go get yourself a Wimpy and selfie yourself and put it on the Transformers community page. It's not as good as I remember.
Or it could be better. You ever go to a Wimpy party and Mr. Wimpy came out and it was just one of the employees in a suit?
Yeah. Oh.
Big smelly suit.
You could take Glenn and you could have Glenn react to it. The Wimpy. He could give the classic like unhappy Glenn face. It's like, what do you think, Glenn? Be like, oh, that's perfect. Love it.
If Glenn's listening, Glenn will do it.
Come on, lad, do it. That'd be great. Mr. White says, hope to reschedule Farthest From goes ahead. I hope the reschedule Farthest From goes ahead.
Apparently it is.
I am very happy to hear about the new lass.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very much. Yeah. She's lovely.
Oh, she's lovely.
She's lovely.
Oh. Are you blushing? Are you blushing?
Or is it my tan?
Might be.
I'm blushing, yeah.
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decayed Andy, a rotten corpse of a human being, not a 10-year period. You can find us on Moonbase 2 forums on Twitch, iTunes, Facebook, and Libsyn, and YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. Also, patreon.com/Moonbase2, and $2 each month just to help out the show and all that kind of jazz. And for the Patreon show, which I'll hopefully be able to get out at some point this week, hopefully. And ccbunker.weebly.com, blah, 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 hurrah. So thank you, Brad, for joining me this week and filling in for young Mikey. We will have no Mikey next week. I might dip my schlong back into the well of Brad, or I might go somewhere else. I guess.
Give me a shout. I might be free next Sunday. Nice. I should be free next Sunday.
Oh, should we lock you in then?
Hang on, let me check. I will check my calendar now. Like, that's just pointless.
I like the idea. It's like, nah, I'm busy.
I'll check my itinerary. I might be free next Sunday. Because if I'm not, it'll be real awkward, won't it?
No, I'm not free. Oh, fuck. All right. No, that's cool. As always, thank you guys for listening and coming in and chatting in chat. If you want to come and chat to us in chat, we're on Twitch, my Twitch channel, and the Moonbase 2 Transformers YouTube page. We're streaming on there, 8 o'clock in the evening, Sunday, because it's a fun day. Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, come around and maybe jump in the chat, and you can talk to us and all that kind of fun stuff. So until then, thanks everybody for coming on by. I'm dead on the inside, dead on the outside, and we'll see you suckers next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, all guys.